Hi everyone, how are we? It's another Monday. I can't believe it that we're already the 17th of February. It is incredible just how fast the year is going. So I'm just making sure that I am on the page and that I am live so that you can see me and I can see your comments. There I am. Oh my goodness, I forgot to put lipstick on. Oh well, not to worry. Anyway, so we've only got a couple of weeks left of our Sale-a-bration catalogue, and we've got some new goodies. So, oh, this is terrible. I look so pale without lippy. Just excuse me, I'm going to put a little bit on. That's better. Oh, shocking, isn't it? So anyway, we're on and we're organised. So if you see the live, you know that I'm live, or you're watching the replay either here on Facebook or over on my YouTube channel. Now look, please click like if you've watched this and you like what you see, because it helps me and it gets the word out there. And share if you like my video, and because it's nice to be recognised and more people see what goes on in the world of crafting. So anyway, if you pop on, please let me know that you're here. We've got cooler weather, which I'm very grateful for after all the heat that we've had. I'm getting very excited for on stage, which is only 2 weeks away when I'm off, and we go, and it is going to be amazing. So it's one event that demonstrators around the South Pacific will all congregate together in Brisbane this year, and it is a lot of fun. So I'm looking forward to it, and I'm sure all my fellow demonstrators are as well. Anyway, I will pop the camera around and we'll get that organised for you. So don't look at the mess when I do this. There we go. And I'll just zoom in a bit. I can never get this to work properly the way I want it. One day, I think that should be pretty right for you all. I'm hoping it is. Just waiting for the catch up on. Yep, that looks pretty good. So as I said, 28th of February, we will no longer have our celebration happening. Celebration means that for every $100 of purchase you receive, you can receive a free gift. Now, this little catalogue came out first, and there's some beautiful stamp sets, kits, paper, embossing folders, sequins, ribbon. So there's a lot on there. But then if you go to $200, you can get this beautiful heart-shaped bundle. It's my favourite. I would like it to stay in the catalogue. I absolutely love it. There are so many uses, and I haven't explored it enough. And then we've got the corner bloom, which is all these beautiful blooms for in the corner. Again, another nice one, and a great one for scrapbookers. Also at the moment, our joining offer. Now, I joined 6 years ago during Sale-a-bration because it had the best joining offer. And once again, they haven't failed. Normally, when you join any time of the year, for $200, you get $235 worth of products of your choosing, and you only need to pay $169. No shipping, nothing else. That's it. But now, until the end of February, you will receive two options. You can choose option 1, which is the handmade design stamp set. This stamp set's not available for purchase. I might just come in a little bit more, I think. Just got to get the camera to come a little bit more. I think that's got it right. Just waiting for the... That's better. So you'll get this stamp set and your choice of 2 packets of Stampin' Right markers. These are unbelievable. They're valued at $62.50 each. So you'll get a further $162 on top of your $235. But if for some reason you don't want them, you still get another $51 to spend on top of the $235. It's a great way. And if you've got an order around the $200 mark, please give me a call. I will have a chat with you and take this option up. Because as I said, you don't have to do what I'm doing. You don't have to do lives. You can just be what a lot of us call hobby demonstrators, where you're purchasing for yourself. Because after you've purchased your kit, you then get 20% off every order you receive. Plus lots of other great bonuses, such as going to on stage, access to products before they're released. You get to see a whole lot more. So it's worth thinking about. Also, at the beginning of February, Stamping Up brought out some more products for purchase during the celebration. So we've got 3 stamp sets, all that are current in the catalogue. Alphabet dies, trusty tool dies, 2 punch sets, 2 kits, some ribbon, and our beautiful brushed brass butterflies. All of these are available with a $100 purchase. And when I say $100 purchase, it's not only from our mini catalogue, it's also from our annual catalogue or online. And of course, there's no catalogue for online because it's an online exclusives. So as I said, I take the catalogue and I have got these beautiful friendly seagulls, and they are so great. And sometimes I find, and I don't know about you, but just making a mail card can be difficult. And I'm hoping that what you see today is one that you can use for mails. At least that's my aim. You might tell me otherwise. So there's the stamp set. It is absolutely cute as. It's got the little fish, it's got the shells, it's got the pebbles. You've got 3 different seagulls, one with chips in his mouth, a little packet of chips there. You've got birds, you've got the wording, "Hey friend," which allows anything after that. Then you've got "I love you more than," and this is where it's really nice. They've got French fries or chips. So depending where you are in the world, or whether you call them French fries here in Australia, but we call them chips. So I love you more than chips. And it's a great one. So this is what we're going to use today. Just get all my bits and pieces. Get them all ready before. So the first thing what I've done is I've got a piece of scrap. I'm using Pool Party. This is only 1 centimetre wide, and then I've got a smaller piece which is probably a couple of mils wide. These are just scraps that I had in my container, and then I've just gone and embossed it. I've glued the white piece down and I've embossed it, and that is going to be a feature for the card, because I just thought I'm making a male theme one, and I did do one earlier with ribbon, and I sort of thought, nah, it just was too feminine. I will show you it, but I just thought it was a bit feminine for the card. So I've got 2 pieces of basic white, 10 centimetres by 14.4. I've got a piece of Pool Party, 21 centimetres by 14.9, and I have scored that in half. So I'll fold that over and get my bone folder and score that nice and firm in place. So there's my piece of card. Now then, this is still available on our online for anyone that we got. In our last catalogue, we had this beautiful Nests of Winter. Now this, pull that up, and I don't know if you can see, it looks like little footprints. And I thought this is perfect for the seagulls. So as you can see, it's got little footprints on there, and I've got to make sure it's the right way, which I think it goes with the single one at the front. I'm not 100% sure. So anyway, I'm going to put that onto a piece of the white. So I just wanted that couple of layers in the card. I'm just going to glue this. And remember, with our Tombow glue, you don't need a lot, as it is very sticky and will adhere really well. So I'll put that in place. And I lied when I said I did the 9.5. I actually did that at 9.7 and 14.1. So I just got the tiny border around. Now I'm going to add this to the part, just into that, about 1 centimetre in. I'm just going to tiny bit of glue down here. I'll just pop that in place. So as you can see, there's an embellishment to the page, and we've just used scraps of paper. And, you know, I don't know about you, but I keep them all, and this is where I pop them. And that does not look very straight to me. What have I done? Luckily, the glue should, I did press on it, so I may not be able to move it. No, it's going to have to be crooked because I pressed it down before checking that it was, whether it was straight. Big faux pas, but we'll get away with that. I'm keeping it real. So then I have cut 3 pieces of Pool Party at 4 centimetres square and 3 pieces of basic white at 3.7 centimetres square. I'll just move this out of the way. I'm going to take my squares, white squares, and I'm going to turn them on the diamond shape because that's what I want for these. So I'm going to take my Memento black ink, and if you're thinking it's different to the normal Memento, this is our normal Memento. What I've done is I've bought a white craft ink pad, because that comes with the ink separate, so it's uninked, and I've put a Memento refill into there. I just like the crispness of the being on this pad. The images are just crisper. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little squawky friend and put that down the wrong way, and I couldn't move it. So I'm just going to make sure that that's in there. So there's that one. And I'll take our other one. And again, check to fit him on. This one's going to drop the feet off. I'm just going to leave him like so. And then I'm going to take the one that's got chips in his mouth. Make sure it's properly inked and check that his wings are in place and pop him down too. And there he is. Just going to clean that off the glass mat. Close that up. And I've gone and got 3 blends. I've got light smoky slate, light Cajun craze, and dark daffodil delight. Hello, Miss Kay. How are you? If you're going to be free when I hang up, I will be giving you a call if that's all right. Okay, so with the smoky slate, we're not going to do a lot of colouring because seagulls are basically white. So I'm just going to add a little bit of colour to the wing and then just a line down on the inside. And do the same on this wing and just a little line, just to give it a bit of depth. So I might as well do the other ones. I'm just going to take the leaves. The leaves. Oh, why am I calling them leaves? They're wings. That's all I'm going to do on that one. No worries, Kay. I'm just going to colour the wing and pop a little bit there. And that's all I'm going to do to the seagull itself. So then I'm going to take the light Cajun craze and I'm going to colour those birds whose feet will show, and then I'm going to colour the beak, and then colour that in, and then just a little bit of the beak on this one. Then I'm going to take the light, or the dark daffodil delight, and they are going to be the chips. So just very gently fill in chips. And this one here, because he's got his mouth open, I've just put a little bit inside the mouth. And there we go. That's the colouring. I'm done for that. So now each piece is going to go on to the pool party. I'm just going to glue these flat first. And I won't press the glue down this time until I know I've got it straight. Okay, there's that one. Because the reason I'm double checking is because, you know, we can cut and think we've got things straight, but we haven't. Easy to do. There they are. Doesn't look right. Not happy with that one. I'm going to lift that off. Just checking. Just a tiny smidgen out. I'm just going to grab my snips because I've got glue on there. Just checking which way is that way. I'm just going to take a tiny bit off. Sorry, I was off camera and I didn't mean to be, so I'm very sorry about that. And I will now pop that. That's a bit better. Right, so I've got my card. And I'm going to put some dimensionals on the back of this. Remember, if you've got dimensionals, don't throw it away when it's like this. Use them up because they work exactly the same. When there's nothing on there, you can then throw them away. throw the backing away. Don't forget the middle, because it is important that it doesn't sag. Just before I do anything else there. And I'll grab my Take Your Pick tool is excellent for taking up your backs. It also helps prevent having your backs falling all over the place. Make sure your card opens the right way, and we will pop that on. Now that the blending has dried, I'm going to just add a tiny touch of Winkestella. Now, as I said, it is a man's card, and sometimes things need to glitter. And I'm just going to put a bit of glitter, because birds, when they're at the sea, you know, they get reflection off the water, and they have a glistening effect. So, don't know if you're going to be able to see this on camera, but have a look at that. It's just the hint of glitter on the bird. So I'll do it for all three birds. As I said, just a tiny bit. I'm just doing it over the bird itself and nowhere else. I've got enough glitter on my pen that I don't need to squeeze any more out. So there's the birds, all done, all dusted. So they're going to have sequins on the back. Sequin. Why did I say sequins when I meant dimensionals? Okay, pop some dimensionals on these to hold them in place. This is a fun, easy card, and you'll find that you can replicate this quite easily if you wish. Let's pop the dimensionals on. Now what I'm going to do is I'll start with the one with the chip in his mouth. Take these off the back. I'm going to line my card up. I'm just going to try get the card. I'm going to line it up roughly about the middle. So I'm going to sit him there and just add that to the middle. And I'll take off this one, and I'll put him just up here in line, but take him away just with a little bit of a gap in the middle. And then with the last one, I'm going to take this one and I'm going to pop him just like so. There they are. He's sitting there nicely, all waiting. And before I do anything further, we'll fill in the insert. So what I've done for the insert is I've just taken a blending brush and a little bit of crumb cake, and I'm just lightly going to colour along the bottom here. So there we are, just a hint of colour. And I've got this leftover little strip that I had, and I'm going to put that down the bottom here. So I'm just going to very lightly put a strip on there, because I know my strip's wider, longer than the page. So I'll take my little bird prints. I'm just going to sit them like so. Then when you're trimming off, and I didn't put enough glue at the end, when you're trimming off and you've got excess, always trim off from the reversed side, because you get a good, it's got it, because you'll be able to line it up, and that's why you reverse nice and straight. So there's that. I'm going to take the bird with the chips in the memento, and I'm going to stamp him down there. Now this, because I've put the colour first, he's going to look a bit dirty, but that doesn't matter. He's allowed to look a little bit dirty, I think. So then with the crumb cake, I'm going to take a little, I call it like little pebbles. And I'm just going to stamp some around his feet. And then another bit there. Just put a few little bits. And then I'm going to take the seashells and just plonk that in the middle. This is the beach. All right. So there he is, all in the beach. And I'm going to do his wings on the way I've done them on the front, just with a little bit of grey. Put that in. Right, I must admit, I didn't mind when I did my first one with him. I didn't mind that it had a bit of colour, because the birds can get dirty, can't they? And when I'm using the blends, I use the fine tip end. I very, very rarely use the big end unless I've got a large area to cover. And then I'll just put on the chips. Always make sure your blends are securely capped when you're finished with them. They will dry out. So there's the insert, and I will just pop some glue on the back of that. And we'll pop that inside the card. Now, if you wanted to stamp, you know, happy birthday or whatever, do that before you stick it in. But like, I've got this card and I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it at this stage, so I'm leaving it blank. And I know that because it's flat, I can still do a stamp in there. So there's our bird on the inside. Isn't it cute? And then I've got this. So now what I want to do is I'm going to get a piece of black. We're going to do our sentiment. And couldn't find my embossing buddy a minute ago. So I'm going to put that over there. Take all those fingerprints, etc. off. Use my Versamark. And I'm using Hey Friend. So I'm going to stamp that in the middle, making sure it's adhered properly. Always close up your Versamark so you don't dry it out. And I'm going to use the white embossing powder and give it a cover. Just tap off any excess. Pop that in there. Doesn't look like I've got any straggly ones. There's only a tiny little one. The putty end of you take your pick tool is very good for just picking up those straggly little pieces of embossing powder that we don't need there. So now I'm going to emboss it. And there's my Hey Friend. I'll just give that a minute to cool down. And I'm going to then trim it. I'm just going to take, eyeball it there. And I'm going to trim it to size. Because I'm going to either flag it or do it to one side. So I'm just not sure what I want to do at this stage. Trim that. And I think what I might do is I might just trim it like so for this one, because the other samples that I've got are slightly different in what I've done. So I'm going to take that, and before I put that down, I want a bit of twine. And I'm going to, I used black twine on my sample, but I'm thinking I might use some crumb cake. Now remember, this is for a male, so, well, this is my intention. This is a male card. I'm not very good at doing male cards. I don't know about anybody else. So I'm just going to do a faux bow, which is just your 3 loops. I'm just going to trim that off there, give it a little twist in the middle, and I'm going to get a glue dot and just put that in the middle. Got my glue dot. And I'm going to sit it, I think, like that. It's a bit over here and in between these two. And then I'm going to get a small dimensional. And I'm going to take one there. One just there. Now, because I've got the Seagulls. Hi Lee, how are you? Is it Lee or Leah? I know different spellings make it a little bit hard. No, but glad you caught me live. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue in here, because as I said, we've put the Seagulls already on dimensionals. So we don't need to have that up high, otherwise he's going to be floating. We're just going to put that right there. Hey Friend. So there we've got our inside and that. Mom, sit down. Now I've grabbed some sequins. And these are the adhesive back trio, which I've well used. So I'm going to take a large one of the clear, and I'm just going to sit that there. And then I will take 3 others, and I'll use the large because you're not really going to see them on the page. I don't know if you can see them on camera. How's the weather where you are, Lee? I hope it's good. It's a lot cooler here today. Now what I've did last time is I grabbed a small one of their little peach and I've just sat that inside the big clear one. And it's just given the effect of a little bit of clear around the outside and then the peach on the inside. So this is a quick card today, very quick card. Quicker than I even expected it to be. I thought I would be at least 3/4 of an hour with this. So how do you like it? Do you think that's something suitable for a male? Now I'm going to show you my two previous ones. So this was my one I made earlier and I used the black, but I think that the crumb cake or taupey looking colour one is probably nice and soft because, as I said, this is planning for a male. And originally when I did it, I put a bow on there and I thought, okay, for a female, I felt that was looking a little bit bland. And that's when I decided to just change it by using our scraps and putting the scraps on there. And I think any male would enjoy this, whether they're an adult or a child. I think they're quirky characters and they are absolutely beautiful. And they're so, so easy to make. And a lot of this, when I was cutting these out, was all done with scraps. So I'm using some designer series paper that's still around, but not in, was in our last catalogue, but it's still around, that you can still get that, to give the impression of feet all over the page. And then I've used just the squares, and then the inside, there's the first one I did, and there's the second one. I think I got better as I went along. And that allows you to give a bit. And if you want a little bit of sky, you could just put a little bit of blue around the top of the bird, like something light, like light pool party, just around the edge of the top of the bird, and give him a bit of a sky background. But I'm happy with the way they are like that. And I think it would change, like here I use Cajun Craze, there I use Pumpkin Pie, and I think it would change with background papers, whatever. You could use reds. I think they would look really good. Dark greens. Just bring this down so I've got them in. You could go for your Night of Navies, Blueberry Bushel, Azure Afternoon. You know, the colours are there. Like you can... I'm mainly stayed with the beachy colours. You could put crumb cake. Let me know what you think, what you would do with it. I certainly like the way it has turned out. It is a fun card, and I like, when I did the first one, I did it in white, but I do like the embossed. I think that just makes the Hey Friend jump a little bit more. And because I used ribbon here, I didn't put anything underneath. But they're quirky, they're cute. I did put the birds, because there is a stamp with the birds, but I felt they got lost. And I just felt the characters were better on their own, just out there, and let them become the feature of the whole card. So I hope you like it all. And just remember that you can purchase this particular set with $100 purchase with your order. So it's a freebie, and it's quirky, it's nice. You could have fun with the fish. You know, you could probably do something. You could do something with the chips, make it like a McDonald's, and have that, and just have I Love You More Than Chips or French fries. You could play that. There's a scope with this, and as I said, I only just started to play with this set. I've had it for a few weeks, but not played with it at all. And I thought, well, for today, this would be the perfect card to do. so that you've got a fun, simple card that is not hard and you can put together. And I hope you like it, because I do. So I think it's, as I said, fun and quirky, and it's one that you can do. So we're finishing up really quick today, so how's that? I hope you've enjoyed it, and I will see you in next week, same time. So thank you everyone for watching. Bye for now.